Hi, this is Alicia from Green Light Healing and welcome to another video. Today's video is 4 surprising things that I've learned as a professional energy healer, four things about wellness and healing. I'm an energy healer and tarot reader, but I don't want to give you a super long explanation. You can check out the description below the video. All right, so I'm doing this one a little bit differently today, and excuse me for checking my notes. I decided to draw cards, and actually I didn't pick these out of the deck to match my points. I said I want to talk about a few surprising things that maybe people would like to hear about, and then I drew the cards. So I do use tarot cards sometimes in my healing sessions, so I should have said I'm a tarot reader and an energy healer, but I'm mainly talking about energy healing today. Sometimes I mix a few cards into a session. It's totally up to the client though. Some people aren't into that, and that's fine. And also some people just come to me for a reading, and that's also okay. But anyway, moving on to the main points of today. Some things that, you know, people don't always expect from energy healing is that they may, this is the Hanged Man, they may actually end up with other perspectives or insights into their own kind of life stories and patterns. So they may actually end up connecting the dots with the information that comes to light in an energy healing session. And I just think that that kind of cognitive digestion is part of healing as well. It's just about developing self-knowledge and self-understanding, and you know, how's that a bad thing? All right, the next thing that is a little bit surprising to some people is that, okay, this card, the 6 of Wands, visually you see it's someone riding a horse. They've you know, been victorious, and there's some kind of parade, meaning this is information is not a secret, it's kind of out. So what this means to me is that bringing some things that we've been thinking or feeling, or you know, even energies that have been stuck, once we've released them, or once we bring these things out into the open, or basically the conscious mind, healing can take place. This doesn't mean that you need to tell all your secrets around town or anything like that. This is just in the context of energy healing, and kinesiology in particular. There's a common saying amongst practitioners, which is what we do is we make the unconscious conscious. So again, you know, this kind of links in with the first message, which is, you know, you can end up with new perspectives or a different context to what's been going on, and that can be part of healing. It is funny because sometimes the things that show up in a session, people think, oh no, I've dealt with that, I'm over it. But when I check the body's or the subconscious mind is saying something else. And that's happened to me before as a client. No, I think I'm okay. And then like a stressful time from, you know, maybe when I was a teenager shows up again, as you know, as an aspect in whatever's going on right now. So it could be old, it could be small, it could be something that someone thought, no, it's not bothering me anymore. Or, you know, maybe they think, oh, it's not even the most important thing for today, or I'm a little embarrassed, I don't really want to talk about it. But then sometimes something around that comes up, and then it helps move the healing process along. Yes, so by doing that, again, it's that mental processing. It's not that we always need that, but it can help with healing. Okay, next point. We've got this card, the 2 of Cups. You can see there are 2 people in the picture, and this can represent healing, but there's a kind of an emotional and energetic connection here. Sometimes when I do readings, I see this as something that needs to be cleared, just because this little line can look a little bit grumpy sometimes. But the main point of this is that the healing you get may actually depend on the person you see, the practitioner that you see. And it's helpful to have like a sense of trust or comfort or ease or something like that. It's not always essential, but you know, if you think about, if you saw 2 different dentists, yeah, maybe most of what they would do would be the same, but maybe someone would give you a slightly different piece of advice, or you know, their bedside manner might be, you know, a little nicer, or, you know, that kind of thing. So whether it's a dentist, a doctor, a hairdresser, or an energy healer, sometimes the actual sort of individual chemistry and compatibility can make a difference. And you know, when I was studying, my classmates and I practiced on each other a lot. We had to practice a lot. And so it was kind of interesting and kind of nice as well to, you know, we're all getting exactly the same training, but then in the practice, people have a different style, or, you know, they explain things in a different way. And some, you know, some of those things gel better or worse than others. So, you know, I think it's important to try and find someone that you get on with. But of course, when you're having a session for the first time, you're kind of going on a hunch. But ultimately, it's a therapeutic relationship, right? Okay. Last card is this card, the Magician. And this point is about that, you know, the meaning of the card is about bringing something from heaven down to earth, or something intangible into reality. And it's also about having a variety of skills that can be used. So people sometimes think that what I do is something along the lines of being a psychic or a medium. I'm not a psychic, at least at this point in my life. So I can do these things. I can't always see them, but I know that they're there, these energies and things like that. And obviously the protocols I've learned help me. So I can't always explain how something works or why it works, but I just know that it does, and I base, you know, that on my clients' response and feedback, right? So to that end, I'm very grateful to the founders of kinesiology and the people who keep developing new protocols and updating them with the latest scientific knowledge, because even though this is energy healing, having new science and new knowledge added to, you know, it's like a wealth of information. It's something that we can access with kinesiology. And just going back to this point of sometimes I don't know what it is, but I know I can sense that something is there. Sorry about that. I just recently did a session for a friend, and she had come back from a trip back to her hometown, her home country. She had terrible jet lag. She felt depressed. She kind of felt like she was getting sick. And I just said, okay, well, this is a lot of things going on. Let me do a session for you. And she didn't mention anything, but the protocol that came up was around thirst, and actually the brain's control of the sense of thirst and electrolytes and stuff in the body. Anyway, I was very surprised that showed, and I kept checking for other interfering energies, but I couldn't find anything. So I did the session and I said, look, I don't know why, but this is what showed. And then she actually confirmed that she'd had a terrible reaction to some restaurant food that caused her to feel extremely thirsty, and she got like really puffy and uncomfortable as well. So it made sense to her, even though it didn't make sense to me. But that's kind of how it works sometimes. And you know, it's just, I just love doing this work. I love helping people feel better. If you've got any questions, let me know. I'll pop my email address or my website, www.greenlighthealing.net. I'll pop some more information in the description below. But I'm creating more videos, so you can like this channel or like this video or subscribe to the channel to get the next ones. And if you prefer to read a blog, the website I just gave will have my blog containing this article on it. Thank you very much for viewing. Bye.